It's finally here. The movie event of the summer. Not just that, but the movie event of the year, Barbenheimer. An explosion of pink and the world's first atomic explosion detonated in theaters on the exact same day. Now the question is, what did I think about each of these huge, yet conflicting films? Well, let's talk about it. I think it's safe to say that there are very few films like Barbie. When the teaser first dropped, I was ready for a thoughtful, meta exploration of the effect that this doll has had on the world. And that's technically what I got. I just don't think I was super into the execution. Oh man, I can already tell a lot of people are gonna hate this review.
I'm gonna get crucified!
Look, I'll start with the positives. The presentation is magnificent. The way they created a live-action toy world through practical set design is unbelievably eye-popping and beautiful. And pink. Also, the music slaps.
'Cause I'm just kid, anywhere else I'd be a 10. Is it my destiny to live and die a life of blonde fragility?
But what didn't resonate with me was the dialogue. It was this kind of dialogue where characters talk very plainly and almost academically about themselves and society, but with a very casual tone of voice. Think like Ted Danson in The Good Place. But kind of like in that show, I can tell they're trying to be funny with it, but it never really made me laugh. I did get a couple of laughs in this movie, but no real gut busters. The major downside about this dialogue, though, is that instead of showing you characters going through arcs, it feels more like you're being lectured on the ideas of this film. The way they write so heavy-handedly makes it feel like they're really proud of themselves for saying things that no one else has ever said, when they're really not. Instead of honing in on one central idea, they kind of bring up very surface-level talking points about several different themes. Themes like feminism, existentialism, identity, mothers and daughters, the patriarchy? Yeah, there's two main plots in this film. One being about Barbie traveling to the real world to solve an existential crisis she's experiencing, and the other is about Ken following her, discovering the patriarchy in the real world and bringing it back to Barbie Land. And we seriously lose focus on Barbie's more interesting crisis plot, because it starts being used to service the patriarchy plot. And that really didn't resonate with me, because that made it feel like I never really got to know Barbie as a character. And so when this emotional climax pops up at the end, it almost feels like it comes out of nowhere. And I didn't get much emotionally out of it. Maybe part of that is just because I'm not who this was made for, since that climax did get some tears out of my girlfriend, because it revolves heavily around the theme of mothers and daughters, something she understands more personally. But I do think it could have got more emotions out of me if the rest of the film had done more to make me understand that theme rather than the patriarchy theme. Well, those are just my thoughts after watching this movie. What'd y'all think? Agree? Disagree? Think I'm stupid? Let me know in the comments. And let me know what you thought of this film. As for me, I say, Barbie, more like mid-B. Loved the presentation, but it didn't really make me feel much or think about much in a new way. On the other hand, Oppenheimer might be close to a perfect film for me. Everything about this movie is firing on all cylinders. It may be 3 hours long, but the filmmaking is very economical. Not one moment feels like it's wasting time. Everything included in each scene feels perfectly situated to make you think about the physics of the bomb, the politics surrounding it, or the moral struggle it puts Oppenheimer through. And when I say everything, I mean everything. The dialogue is straight to the point. It never feels like there's any fluff in the script, because they're always saying exactly what the audience needs to know. But the thing is, even if you don't understand every detail they're saying about the physics, the politics, or the philosophy, Nolan made sure that other aspects of the film, besides the dialogue, will have you understanding the gravity of the scene by its end. Whether that be from the stellar performances of the actors, what an amazing star-studded cast, by the way, or the incredibly clever camera work, or the spectacular visual effects. Here's two examples of what I'm talking about. One is how the film is shot in color when it's from Oppenheimer's perspective, and black and white when it's from Robert Downey Jr.'s character Louis Strauss's perspective, illustrating who's in the dark about what. The other is how when they discuss the physics behind how the bomb works, they know a lot of it might go over the audience's head. It sure went over mine. So they cut to all these amazing shots that show you things like these spinning or exploding particles. It gives you a great visual idea of what they're saying. And I heard it was all done practically. Like, there's no CGI shots in this film, which is insane to me. Techniques like those, along with Ludwig Göransson's incredible score and Nolan's always intense sound design, came together so this whole film left me feeling the true weight and magnitude of what the atomic bomb was capable of, how it affected its creator, how it affected the world at the time, and how it continued to affect the world all the way to today and into the future. Well, those are just my thoughts after watching this movie. What'd y'all think? Agree? Disagree? Think I'm stupid? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what you thought of this film. As for me, I say, Oppenheimer, more like Gassenheimer. And overall, Barbenheimer, more like whatever. I hope y'all just had a great Barbenheimer weekend. If you participated, I'm so glad that I did.